Hello everyone, my name's Adam Vox, and if you've followed me on Twitter, you're probably tired of hearing me talk, or reading me talk about this, but I wanted to talk about the finally actually officially confirmed, as emojis in response to someone else's tweet by no means confirms anything, but an actual trailer and confirmation that Activision and Infinity Ward are releasing a remastered version of Call of Duty 4 with Call of Duty 4 Advanced Warfare. And I've got, not Advanced Warfare, Infinite Warfare. It's hard to freaking tell the difference anymore. It's called Infinite Warfare. And it seems to involve space and time travel and lots of crazy stuff, which would be a decent tie-in to Call of Duty 4 with the whole, we'll erase you from the history books and all that jazz. But the big thing that anyone actually gives a damn about is the Call of Duty 4 Remaster, because deemed by many, myself included, Call of Duty 4 is probably the best Call of Duty multiplayer game ever released. And I went back and forth about this. I was like, okay, well, it wouldn't make sense for them to launch a second multiplayer. They're launching a direct competitor to their main title, and their main title will not succeed as much due to that. And then others have brought up that it doesn't really matter. Like, all they care about is selling copies, and throwing in Call of Duty 4, especially as a goddamn pre-order bonus, means that they'll sell copies. And that's bullshit. Like, holding it hostage as a pre-order bonus really freaking sucks. That means we're absolutely forced to pay $90-something upfront in advance for a remastered version with half of the original game's maps. Call of Duty 4 launched with 16 multiplayer maps. I believe it was 17 or 18 on the PC, as we did have a night version of a map and a Christmas version of one of the maps of Crash. And then there was a few other maps released in the DLC for a total of at least console version 20 maps. But they're only giving us 10, which either means, for whatever reason, they're just not remastering all 20, or they're holding them hostage for another round of DLC. So not only do you have to pre-order a freaking game to get the remaster, you may have to pay more for DLC or buy the Infinite Warfare DLC or Season Pass or some shit for the rest of the maps. Now what they could do, which would be kind of cool, is if they actually made new maps for Call of Duty 4 with Call of Duty 4 mechanics in mind. I don't see that happening though. They're probably just going to sell us the other 10 maps. Now, I'm in two very different minds about this. Version 1? Sure, it could be great. Call of Duty 4 is probably my first or second favorite multiplayer shooter of all time. That sounds really bad, that sounds completely anti my hashtag PC masterationists, everyone's gonna take that card away, blah blah blah, because it's a mainstream arcade shooter. But that and Halo 3 are my top two. They came out at the time when I was really good. I had all the time in the world. I was in high school. I had Xbox Live and PlayStation 3. I had a friend whose dad played Call of Duty 4 religiously. I played Halo 3 religiously. We played both of them religiously. And I had all the time in the world because I was in high school. So I played the hell out of it and got super competitive, and I was pretty damn good at it. And that's when YouTube started rolling around and things like that. So it was a very monumental point in my life. So yeah, it's going to be great. Now, a lot of people are trying to be like, oh, you're just nostalgic for it, and thus the game won't be as good as you like. But what you're watching right now is actually 4K 60 footage of Call of Duty 4 on the computer that I played this weekend. I finally went back. I was like, because my other mind of this is that the people who I see most excited for this are people who still have access to Call of Duty 4 multiplayer right now. As far as I'm aware, and as far as I've seen from the people who have it on Xbox and have been playing it, Call of Duty 4 is totally playable right now on Xbox 360 multiplayer and on Xbox Live. I have it on PC. It's more than playable, and as you're seeing in this game, and I'll talk about in a moment, it's actually in a much better state than the original game. On PS3, it's not entirely playable because the servers are all hacked and blah, 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 blah. And at one point, Xbox 360 was like that too. Like, my rank is totally screwed up because I was just trying to play normal multiplayer, and every lobby I got into was modded, and they screwed up on my classes, on my ranks, everything, just by me joining a match. They fixed Xbox from what I can tell, or most of the server, you know, it's less common on Xbox now. But as far as I'm aware, PlayStation 3 is still in a pretty bad place. But it's perfectly fine on PC. In fact, it's a lot better on PC. It is so much better on PC that I've actually deemed that if I had to, if I had to choose one game to only have for the rest of my life, and it stayed, assuming it stayed active and I had internet access and multiplayer and all that jazz, it would be Call of Duty 4 on PC, assuming these servers stayed online. Why? Because it's the game that I enjoy the most that I can play on PC. I did play a little Halo Online this weekend as well, and that was pretty fun, but it doesn't run quite as well. It's not supposed to. It's a very Frankenstein mod of a game, but like I don't know, like it's not nostalgia for me. I went back this weekend and I finally took a weekend off for once in my life, and I pretty much did nothing when I was at the computer except play Call of Duty 4. I had a freaking blast. It felt just like it did a couple years ago or before I stopped playing, and I had a lot of fun with it. And the server that I found, it's from thekillingcrew.com. They have two different servers, and the main one, which is the one I had the most fun on, was maps from every Call of Duty. They had Call of Duty 4 original stock maps, World at War maps, Black Ops maps, Black Ops 2 maps, Modern Warfare 2 maps, Modern Warfare 3 maps. They had maps from basically every old gen era Call of Duty game, and it was a lot of fun. In fact, my best match I probably had, which may or may not be the footage you're seeing to be honest, was on Castle from World at War, a map that I absolutely loved, but World at Wars never ran all that great for me on PC for some reason. I don't entirely know what's up with that, but it never ran all that great. Whereas Call of Duty 4, I can run at like a solid locked 90 frames per second at 4K with everything turned up, while recording with NVIDIA Shadowplay. Like, you can't beat that. And that'll still beat out 1080p 60 on a PlayStation 4, which is where I'll be playing the remaster. So, Call of Duty 4 is totally playable now. I don't understand why these people who have access to it, like I saw Jack Frags totally excited for it, PC player, who was playing it for the video on PC, although he played through the campaign. And then Loyal Patriot, who is an Xbox and PS4 and PS3 and all that. He's a console player. But they both clearly had access to the game. But they're not going to play it much. You know, they went back and played it for that video, but then they don't seem like they want to keep playing it unless they have to pay $80 to $90 for it for the pre-order. Why? Why do you need, especially from someone like myself who loved the game enough to have bought at least 3 copies. I own it on Xbox 360, I own it on PS3, and I own it on PC. And at various other points, I had separate copies than the one I have now on those platforms. My first Call of Duty 4 disc on Xbox got scratched up, so I had to buy another one. At one point, I think I actually had 2 copies for it. I originally had a copy that I think was given to me for PS3, but then something happened to that copy, so I went back and bought the greatest hits version or whatever. It's got the red PS3 case. And then I had someone else's key on PC from a friend, but that didn't work with Steam, so at some point I ordered a physical box copy and have it tied to my Steam account. I don't want to pay another $90 when I've probably already paid more than $90 to play the same game. Like, as someone who's already paid, already bought multiple copies of the game because I love it so much, I don't understand the mentality that you need to pay an additional $80 to $90 to be motivated to play a game that you already own. What? Especially a lesser version, given that it has less maps. Now, yes, it's remastered. We have no clue if the multiplayer will be remastered. Like I said before, it didn't entirely make sense to even do the multiplayer. Most of these kinds of remasters don't, but just remastering a Call of Duty campaign obviously wouldn't be all that good, because there's no point, because the campaigns are stupid. The campaigns are never great. Some people do enjoy them, and I still need to play through most of them. I've only ever played like halfway through them. I think I played through the Black Ops 3 one entirely. That one was pretty fucked up, but enjoyable, I guess. I played through all of Call of Duty 4, and then only like half of the others. But it wouldn't make sense just to do that. So they haven't but that's where another potential problem comes in, is they have another team who's actually worked on the remaster. I should have probably had that pulled up before I started my video, but I know when I was looking at the information for it, it said that someone else was doing it, so now I don't have it. PlayStation.com CoD4 Remaster. I know I forgot the company's name. That's all I really care about, is I just want to cite the company right. And they're calling it Call of Duty Modern Warfare Remastered, which they're not confirming if that includes anything from the other games, because just calling it Call of Duty Modern Warfare implies that, like, why wouldn't they call it Call of Duty 4? 4 was the last one with the numbers, but that was part of the title, and implying just saying Modern Warfare kind of makes us wonder if there's the other 2 games, at least campaigns or something here, but okay. One more thing, we're delighted to confirm that we are working on the Infinite Warfare Legacy Edition, which includes Call of Duty Modern Warfare Remastered, bringing the most critically acclaimed title in Call of Duty history to PS4 for the first time. Executive produced by Infinity Ward and developed closely with the amazing team at Raven, Modern Warfare Remastered will include the full iconic story campaign and the original multiplayer mode with 10 of the biggest fan favorite maps that redefine Call of Duty forever, fully remastered for PlayStation 4. And then it points out that that's only 10 of the original game, and it is a full game download. We don't get a disc for it. Blast off November 4th. So, another team is working on it, and while they're saying the original multiplayer, there's a video I'll link in the card and in the description below, where they said Halo 2 would be brought back in there, in the, as you played it 10, 20 years ago, and they didn't do that. So, I have to wonder if they're making any changes to it, to rebalance it, to change, hopefully the netcode would be updated, or else there wouldn't be any point other than graphics to play in the new version. If the netcode's still the same old stuff, then you're not even getting a new product. So if they're making changes, the game might play differently. It won't be the same game. That might make it not worth the money. But we can't wait to find out because we have to pre-order to get it. Do you see where they're looping you in here? Apologies for hitting my mic, but that's where they loop you in. There could be a million and one things wrong with it. It could be a fucking Master Chief Collection nightmare where it doesn't even work until, they've basically made you play Infinite Warfare to bide your time over, and then suddenly it starts working after 6 months or so before they release the DLC. But we have no way of waiting for reviews or finding out because it's a pre-order bonus. You can't just go buy the Legacy Edition. It's, at least as everything has said so far, it is a pre-order bonus. Now, this part actually doesn't say that. Everything else I've read said that, so that may not be true, but everything so far has suggested that it is a pre-order bonus. If you can buy it separately, I'm totally fine recanting that complaint. If you can wait until after it comes out and still go buy the Legacy Edition, that's cool. You're still paying $90 for a game that should only cost you like $5 to $10 if you go buy it on the older consoles. But at that point, that's your choice. But blocking it as a pre-order bonus is not okay. But I don't know. I'm in two minds. If it's not a pre-order bonus and it comes out and everyone says it's fine, there's no glaring problems with it, I have no problem going ahead and I might buy it at some point because, as this weekend has shown, I enjoy gaming way more when I'm playing games that I actually enjoy instead of just trying to force myself to play newer games. And I had so much fun playing Call of Duty 4 this weekend and Halo Online this weekend. More fun than I've probably had with gaming in a long time. Now there's a lot of factors that go into that outside of which games I play, but which games I play heavily impacts that. And so I'll probably pick it up so I can play with my IRL friend who I played Call of Duty 4 Call of Duty 4 with in person for years, just so I can play it with him and have some of those times back. But in the meantime, I'm just gonna enjoy Call of Duty 4 on the PC as I play through all of the Call of Duty maps, but with my favorite movement and gun mechanics, because I have access to it, as do most people. I'm not gonna wait till November to play it, I'm just gonna play it now. And if I get bored of it by the time November comes, I might not buy it for a while, because I got to play it until now. Hope you enjoyed the video, guys. If you enjoyed it, be sure to smash the like button if you want to see more 4K 60 Call of Duty 4 PC gameplay, as I've been having a blast with it. Let me know in the comment section down below. I've also got a little Halo Online gameplay, if I can post it without getting copyright issues. Everyone seems to be making tutorials and videos on it now, but, that's creepy. But when I made a tutorial on it, they immediately sent me a copyright strike. So I don't know if they've changed or if everyone's just being more risky because it's more common now. I don't know, but I'll see if I can post some gameplay if you're interested. Otherwise, I will catch you in a future video. Be sure to comment, like, subscribe, all those things that make me love my job and make me a YouTuber and yada yada yada. Okay, bye.